Well, hello, 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 everybody. Or shall we say, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Wednesday night, and it's one of our favorite nights of the week because we are back at the family reunion. We always say we're at the family reunion, so it's time to come back and catch up with family, y'all. So let's go ahead and catch up with family.
Let's
But
go.
if it's your first time rocking with us, we just want to make sure that we go ahead and formally introduce ourselves. I go by the name of Kesha Kesh.
And it's your boy, Dr. Real, Mr. Motivational. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's talk about it.
Let's go. Let's talk about it, y'all. Well, as always, we're going to go ahead and bring y'all the real of what's going on, but we're going to also keep our word and make sure that we keep you all updated on the current events. So, as we promised, we are going to skedaddle back on to talk about DeShawn because we talked about him being a hot topic. He's a hot topic, and because he's a hot topic, we want to make sure that we actually update you guys on what's going on. Hey, thanks for checking in with us tonight, Damon. We haven't saw you in a while, so my brother back in checking in because we
Going
need
on,
your
huh?
input too. We need your input, Dr.
Let's
Real. Got
go.
the updates on your boy DeShawn. Let's go.
So let's talk about Mr. DeShawn Silky Smooth Johnson Baby Oil Watson.
You know what? Okay.
My
Yeah.
man got 6 game suspension from the disciplinary office. Her name was Sue Robinson, was the judge over the case. So he got 6 game suspension. But his union, the NFLPA, has until Friday to make a written request to appeal the decision as well.
Okay.
So the NFL trying to give him more time. They want to give him at least a year minimum suspension and an $8 million fine. Like they're trying to put a hammer on that boy.
Wait. They want to give him a year suspension.
And a minimum a year.
Okay.
A minimum a year and an $8 million fine. Right now he's getting 6 games and no fine because of what the judge said that she had to remove it from being a non-violent act versus a violent act. They don't amount to the same thing in his case.
Okay. But I want you to get finished talking, but I want to kind of understand what her thought process is because remember, and I'm going to continue to say what I said, I feel that it's kind of like being privileged. You were saying like, hey, I don't care how privileged he is. You know when you're supposed to get a happy ending and you know what you're doing. I'm saying I really believe that this is what he thought the norm should be. So maybe that's why she's changing the act.
I don't know. But coming from where he come from and how he came up, I don't see why he wouldn't know that. It's too much of him not to know. I understand him being an elite athlete. In his mind, going to open up some lanes for him to think he can do what he want to do. Like they're going to have that head, some are going to have that ego to think they can do what they want. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that piece of it. But at the same time, I know he had to know that this ain't how this always go. Because when he had his trainers do it, his masseuses that the team hired that was doing it at the football stadium, he wasn't expecting them happy in there because he know that's not how that shit rolled. he knew what he was doing. He a perv, man. If that's who you are, that's what you do. You little nasty boy. That's cool, man. But don't let everybody know about it. Keep that shit on the low,
For
bro.
those that's just tuning in, we're talking about DeShawn Watson. He's the person that we're calling the hot topic right now because he was getting these happy endings. I forgot how many it was. How many was he getting the massages? It was
he got 30 cases on him.
He had 30 cases?
30 cases on him. 30.
Damn.
And he's almost settled all of them. So
silky smooth.
But there's people that's saying, and I knew this argument was going to come up about it, is that one of the girls gave me an interview and she said, well, the first time that I gave him a massage, indicating that she went back for second, thirds, fourths, fifths, and sixths. And the man was like, if she was really that offended by it, like, why would you go back to something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that really offended you, why would you want to repeat that same action? You know, I knew the argument was going to come because that's a logical argument to argue. Like, you obviously knew what it was the first time. Why would you go back and do the second, third, fourth, and fifth? What do you think?
So Damian said it's all for public relations. So while the NFL is trying to get the pressure off of them, that's his opinion.
Okay. The NFL has fumbled the ball so many times when it comes to these issues with athletes. It's ridiculous. They just have fumbled the ball. They really need like a Kerry Washington from Scandal to really defend their positions because they've been messing up the whole time with Ray Rice.
Well, they got Kim Kardashian now.
You know,
she defending people too.
It's crazy. They just messed up so much. So they're gonna just try to make an example out of him, I believe.
Yeah.
You know, make an example out of him.
Well, dang.
Because he's messing with the money, the shield. He's messing with the shield, and they don't play that. NFL will not play with you mess with the shield.
Wow.
Don't play that at all.
Well,
your business out there now. You know what I'm saying? Business out there now. The team was helping you do this. So they're just as culpable as he is. They were setting up rooms for him and NDAs. Like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? You aiding and abetting this man. You know what's going on.
Boston, is he single?
I believe so.
I'd like to know what his lady friend how she feels about it.
He had a girlfriend, but
not anybody that he's claiming.
No. I think he has a girlfriend, I believe.
See how she feels about all that. How does she feel about it?
It's the same person. She was in a Benz. I mean, not a Benz, but in a Rolls Royce. And she was saying something about problems, and it was related to him, DeShawn Watson. Like, this only problem I have is something to match her clothes or match the Bentley or some shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? She riding down right now, you know what I'm saying? So
that's deep.
He probably told her, you know what I'm saying? I just signed this $230 million guaranteed contract. Just chill out. Take these loans with me. Just chill out. You can be financially good the rest of your life. Just hold it down.
Yeah. Wow.
It's crazy. It's wild.
Well, guys, we kept our word. We said that we would continue to update you guys on the DeShawn Watson story, and that's what we just did. So make sure you tune in next time to see what has changed.
Listen, y'all. Listen, Kesha. This is gonna be a long Tyler Perry drama. This shit is far from over. I promise you. Because if Goodell overrules that 6-game suspension, he goes for longer. Then the union gonna sue the NFL, and then gotta go to real court.
Right.
So, and they're gonna do that. They're not gonna just let him get a year, even though they feel he need it. They're not gonna let him do it. That's not their job.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long drag out mess. That's all I know.
Yeah. Well, there you guys have it. That's your update for DeShawn.
Right.
Stay tuned for more.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to our next topic. We was talking about this backstage because there's a fulfillment center. I don't know if you all have paid attention to it, but there's a fulfillment center in the Dallas area, and it's Krogers. It's Krogers Fulfillment Center. And this is a huge project, that they've been working on, and they're expanding it in other areas as well. But it's more so similar, just kind of like Amazon. They got these robots, y'all. Y'all know how they said it was going to replace us with robots. Well, hell, it looked like to me they doing them. But they have these robots. So you're pretty much pressing a button, submitting your order, and they got, I forgot how many robots they said that they have working inside the warehouse, but they have the robots that will fill your order within was it 6 minutes, Dr. Real?
6 minutes.
6 minutes. The robot will fill your order. Y'all, they got little Kroger vans and everything. And then they'll go and deliver it, pack it up, and then boom. The people off to deliver you your groceries. Now, why do y'all think? Because right now, I see it on Facebook everywhere. everybody's complaining about going to the grocery store. They said the grocery store is going to start paying us because we're going in there, we shopping for the groceries. After we get finished shopping for the groceries, we are now scanning and packing the groceries. Then we got to take the groceries back to the car. And Lord and behold, if you live in an apartment on the 3rd floor, now you got to run them upstairs. That's deep.
Yeah, you got to touch them too many times.
Yes. So now when I go in the grocery store, I ain't gonna even lie, I hate going in the grocery store. I mean, to me, it seemed like it's so not necessary. I don't think I need to go in the grocery store because I can bring it, they can bring it to me. But what do you feel like? Why is it happening, Dr. Real? Like what are we trying to create more jobs or eliminate jobs? Because in addition to that, they said with this warehouse, they talked about how many jobs that it would bring to Dallas. But you're doing it in a different method? Like, is it for the money? Can I pay you more because you're in a fulfillment center versus a grocery store? Like, it gotta be. What's your thoughts on this?
If they're putting robots in there and making it more efficient, and they get to a point where the cost is effective that they can run it without humans, or very few of us, it's a wrap. The rich will have won the war against the poor. Just straight up. If that happens, it's done. It's all about money. I mean, the less people you got to pay, you have to pay for vacation or for sick leave.
Oh, now you're making some sense.
Or
okay.
you know what?
Now I ain't even
that stuff. You have to pay those benefits. Think about how many jobs people work right now that are part time. Just they know to give them just enough hours so they don't have to pay them benefits.
Wow, I didn't even think about that part.
Yeah. I mean, that's just how I look at it. And everybody wants everything fast and quick. Nobody wants to wait for nothing no more. Everything got to be boom, 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 boom. You know, that microwave mindset that we have as a society. So now you eliminate, like I said, Instacart, DoorDash. They're gonna have problems. Because now, if the fee is not crazy, you know what I mean. If you're not paying, I'm sure they got a fee to it. You're not paying, something crazy for it. But to get your stuff in 6 minutes, and you ain't got to be around the monkey pox, donkey pox, the tiger pox, and other damn pox, because you ain't been around nobody. You know what I'm saying? You buy. You know what I'm saying? You're not around anybody. Like you just say, you hate going to the grocery store. Why? Probably you like being around that many people up close, right?
I'm sick of the monkey pox though.
Yeah.
You know what? I will say that for another time, but
man, look here.
Well, yeah, I don't know y'all, but I was kind of like at awe when I saw it. I was like, damn, but I mean, I'm trying to play devil's advocate as well. But what Dr. Real just said, he touched on some stuff that I didn't even think about that aspect of it. Cause you ain't gotta get no robot, no damn benefits.
No lunch break.
No lunch break. No, dang, I did not.
No complain to HR. What happened? Nobody eating your damn lunch no more. You know what I'm saying? No more nothing. They good.
It's getting hard out here for us, y'all. Like we gotta start paying attention and stay woke. We gotta know what's going on. Like you were saying, Dr. Real, like sometimes we see things changing in the world. We see things going on, but we don't even know how to question it because we think it's the norm, or we think that it's okay, or we just comfortable and stuck in where we are, and things just continue to happen.
Yeah, like I was saying backstage, how many of y'all remember when they came out and said that they've had alien contact? How many of y'all remember that, or just a Mandela effect for me? I don't think it is. I remember that crap when they dropped it right during the height of the pandemic. It's real smooth, like on a Friday when nobody paying no fucking attention. They slide it out there, boom. I was like, did I just read what I thought I just read?
Yeah, you read that. That's what
real sweet.
I remember that.
And it's like, ain't nobody talking about that. Like,
ain't nobody talking about it.
But
it goes back to even where we were also, guys, we were talking about backstage. Well, I was just telling Dr. Real every time I close my eyes and open, and it's a emoji or something I saw. It's like when you see the moon, you turn around, you see the sun, you turn around, it's the moon. It's like it turns so quick. And we were talking about that, but is it just me? Or when you blink, the damn day is gone. It's already time to start the new day. Like we into tomorrow. You don't even want to leave because now 5 minutes later, it's time to start the next day. And y'all in Dallas, we ain't even had no damn rain. I'm sick of that. Like I don't see any rain coming forecast anytime soon. But when you were talking about the aliens and you were talking about how they said the world has sped up.
That's wild though. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like how you shave off some time off of 24 hours. That's crazy.
I need to get more information about that.
That's wild.
They shaved, but do you believe it?
I mean, I don't know what with the way this world is, Kesha, and I don't want to get off topic here at all, but I'm not surprised by nothing no more. I'm just not. I mean, damn it, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm not on damn conspiracy theories or nothing. It's just me and my rationale. What happened with that shit with the COVID is y'all mess around and try to weaponize that shit, and it got out, and you couldn't control it. Boom. Now it's worldwide. Stop lying, bro. That's what the freak happened, bro. You know that's what happened. So why keep lying? We're so oblivious to the most of the time. If you even announced it, just like I just said the alien shit, we're gonna be like, oh, for real, and keep it moving.
Yeah. We
got a date tonight. We got to watch. We got to watch the damn P Valley. We got to, you know what I'm saying? We got to be somewhere. We got something to do.
Right.
We can't control anywhere with that shit, but some of the shit we need to be like park that shit to the side, but not always to the back of your head, but keep it
right
forefront because
stay right there.
There's shit going on right now, man. Like it's some real stuff going on in these streets right now.
It really is. For those of you all that's just tuning in, and also for the ones that go back and rewatch, thank y'all by the way for that because I've been watching our numbers and I am so happy and excited to see that you all like going back watching our replays and that you all even like listening versus watching. The numbers are crazy. They're off the chain, but I get it because it's like listening to, you know, the radio. Podcasting is hot right now, but thank you all for going, you know, listening to us and liking us and just following, you know, what it is that we do. But if you're just tuning in right now, we've talked about aliens. You know, we talked about the fulfillment center and us being replaced with robots. And of course, we talked about DeShawn Watson. You know, a lot of great things. So always, even though we're live right now, feel free to go in when you re-listen, still drop your comments. I always go back and I'll replay our shows, or I'll go back and I read the comments and I interact with you guys and answer your questions. So don't think that if you jump in the middle or if you miss some stuff, that you can't still share your opinion, even if you go back and you watch the replay, because we love to interact with you all. But it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff going on out here in these streets. Just like Dr. Real said. Yeah, they're replacing us and stuff with robots. But we will move on to our next topic. I like this one that you have here about, do I have to give it away for a getaway?
So this was inspired by the video. I think everybody's seen it because it went viral, where the man took the girl to the airport and he had canceled the flight because she didn't give him none when he flew her out to see him.
But she got flued out though. She got flued out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the point is, and then he canceled her way back home because she didn't give him none. So she had to find her own way back to where she came from.
That is
okay. So that's wild. But my question is, do you think, because now sex has become so transactional, let's just be real about it, it's become very transactional, do you think that she had to know, I was meant, she had to know what he was thinking? She should have told him ain't nothing happening. And he should have told her, this is what I want to happen when you get here. So there's no miscommunication, no assumptions, or none of that shit.
So back that up for me. You said what should have happened was, because an exchange took place. I'm flying you out. That's the exchange. I spent some bread. Okay. You're flying in. What's next? So you're saying it should have been discussed.
Yeah, well, I had that conversation. We grown people. We already know, you in your mind, you already know what that other person is probably thinking.
But it ain't fair to hold me accountable for what you're probably thinking.
Exactly. That's why you had that conversation, both of y'all, not just one person, both of y'all. Hey, listen. Hey, Kesha, look, I'm flying you out. I think you're beautiful. You're sexy. Boom, boom, boom. Listen, when you get here, this is what I want to do to you.
Let me play devil's advocate. But Dr. Reed, you know what happened? If a woman, okay, say that happens and he does that, or if he does not do that, and the woman automatically respond with, okay, so what's gonna pop off when I get there? Now we are angry black woman, or we can't even have a good time because we're so concerned about what's gonna happen when we get there. We're asking too many questions. We're supposed to assume that we know what's gonna happen when we get there. My thing is, I want to know, and I saw the story you're talking about, but I didn't really get too much into it because I don't know what type of, I don't know if it was a dating website. I don't know if they were actually dated, had they just met or what. Like, to me, it can go multiple ways because if I've already been communicating with you, it might be fair enough to say that I could assume what might happen when we get together. But if this is my first time connecting with you, like, are you like this? Is this an escort service? Like, what is it that I don't know. You know, so what the hell's going on? Like, I'm confused. Like, I need to know. Like, in that situation, I don't know everything that took place, but I can say us women, we get it so bad because if we ask too many questions, we asking too many questions. If we don't ask enough questions, we don't ask enough questions. No, you don't have to give it away, but dudes always want to know what will they get in return.
That's my whole point. If you had that conversation, there is no need for misunderstanding or miscommunication. You've already said, like, no, this is my first time with you. We're not doing anything.
Communication.
Expectation is gone. She already told you what the business is. Now you didn't pay for the ticket. What's up? You return it or you gonna let her come out here? You never know what might happen. My transaction, y'all hit it off real good. But so just don't be expecting it.
But you can, but see, first of all, another thing that should have been understood too. You flew me out here, you paid for my flight, you canceled it, or did you never book my flight back? You was gonna base that on what took place before I left anyway. Like, how the hell I ain't got no flight back? Like, she should have asked that. Like, I need my ticket information. I need to know when I'm leaving, if I'm getting back, and what time. Because if you don't tell me that, it ain't no assumption. I'm assuming I ain't got no way back. And then we got something else to talk about. Like, sir, how am I getting back? Like, do I need to book this or are you booking it? The conversation would definitely be sparked if I don't have a return flight. So I blame her for that portion of it. Because what the hell? Or did he go in and just cancel it? Somebody said, why wasn't it a round trip? Hey, Facebook user, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why wasn't it a round trip ticket? And that it may have been a round trip ticket, but he'll low down something if he went in and her flight was canceled or either not booked on the way back. He happily flew her out because he thought he was finna get some. And when he didn't get none, she ain't got no flight. That's
low down dirty dog right there, for real.
I would have been so embarrassed. Like, what if she had no money? How did she get back? Because I didn't follow.
I don't know if she's still waiting at the airport. I don't know. It's adjunct is crazy.
If your name isn't showing, it's Kim. Okay, hey Kim. If your name isn't showing up, y'all, it's this whole update thing that's happening on Facebook. Like, if you've been following us, or if you liked our page in the beginning on Facebook, the PowerTeam page, or if you actually like my page, we got multiple sites you could be watching from. I'm a digital creator. You have to actually go and follow me. Like, it's all these different changes on Facebook. So if it's the PowerTeam platform and you've liked our pages and how you used to see us, you really have to go follow us now so it'll acknowledge who you are. And the same thing if you're on my personal page, you have to go and follow me because I'm a digital creator. Yeah, it's a lot going on Facebook. But yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Where was she? I'm questioning her mindset as well. Like, how the hell I ain't got no return trip? We're going to talk about it when I get there. I wouldn't dare flew out nowhere when I know how I'm getting back.
I mean, like I said, that's why that moment of communication would have alleviated all that problem. Instead of not saying nothing and both assuming.
When he offered to fly her out, she should have made it clear that she had no intentions of messing around. We are grown. And you know what? I understand that. No, that's real because when I look at it from that point too,
Yeah.
I'm looking at it like we always get accused of as being the woman and bringing up stuff or thinking too much or overthinking, and just let this thing be smooth sailing. You know, just like how relationships or situationships go. That was a plug on situationships. But those are the things that normally happen. So I'm saying if we were to sit back and not say nothing, we damned if I do, damned if I don't. But to your point, I agree with that. Had she asked that question, it probably would have sparked him to say, "What you mean?" And he probably wouldn't have flew her ass out. But thank you, sir, in advance, because you won't waste my time and I definitely won't waste yours. That's probably what should have happened. Damien said, "I have 2 daughters. This is tough. This is a tough subject for me." Now, Damien, don't try to get soft now because you got 2 daughters. Let's be real about it. Let's talk about it. He don't want that karma.
Hey, listen, Damon, I got 2 daughters, and I had the girls first. I said that's God punishing me for being the hoe I was. He gave me 2 girls first, back to back, bro.
I swear, that's what happened to the men, y'all. That karma coming back. You got to be careful how you treat people, because I swear you're gonna see it through your daughters. But yeah, that's a tough.
Man, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you.
That's not overthinking. We know what he wants. And, it depends, though. We do know what he may want at some time, but it depends on the presentation and it depends on the relationship. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm one that my thought process is, I try not to be the chick that always, at least, I never assume someone's trying to holler at me, because of all the stuff that I do. Like, I got business things going on. Before I assume that a guy is trying to holler at me, I'm thinking, you got to be approaching me because it's on a business type tip. That's my first thought process. I swear to God. And we don't always know. And I give it that benefit of the doubt because that might be what it really is. But then I'll get people to say, whatever, you attractive woman, you not. That's not how I think, though. I'm thinking you really want to talk about some business until I hear otherwise, because in that same breath, I'm assuming we're grown. And if you wanted to holler, you would have said it. So I'm thinking you want to talk about some business, especially if you in my inbox. It must be business. That's my first thought process. I'm serious. So I get it when it says that's not overthinking. We know what they want. I try not to think like that, because again, we get the backlash for that. You always, y'all women always think somebody want to holler at you. I just want to tell you look nice or whatever. Like, it's so hard. But I think it does depend on the conversation. We don't know what their conversation was. Maybe she was aware, but damn, I ain't going nowhere if I don't know how I'm getting back. Sorry.
I mean, that's just common sense. Like, you could be a serial killer if I ain't got no way home. So, I don't know what you want right now. No.
I hope he wasn't. I hope he didn't book the trip. And I hope both ways. For one, I'm looking at you sideways. If you done booked this girl's trip and you canceled it because she didn't give you none, or it was kind of like, I'm gonna see what you gonna do first. Like, you booked the one way and then you was like, if you don't give me none, I ain't booking your way back.
He took her to the airport and kicked her out of his car. And he was like, I canceled your ticket. And she was like, well, how the hell am I get home? And she was walking beside the car. That job was crazy.
Her and see, I guess that's the thing. My thought, and you know what, I'm just a different thinker. Like, because I am the type of person that I am, I don't allow people to have that much control, and I might need to work on that. Even if I'm going on a trip with a guy, I'm usually the person that I see the stuff. If we're booking our stuff together, I got access to it. We on there. I'm not comfortable enough for a person to say, hey, I booked your stuff and you cool, come on, let's kick it. I don't know. I might need to work on that. I can't do that, because I'm thinking I need to see it. It sounds good, but
trust but verify, goddammit.
Yes. And that's why I'm so shocked, because I can't even let people book my birthday parties. Like, I can't let a person do this stuff for me, because I gotta know what's going on and I need to know who's gonna be there. I had a bad experience one time. Like, it was some people, like, I let somebody do that one time, and when they blindfolded me and everything, and when I opened up my eyes and they had all my coworkers in there, the people that I don't even talk, I had a problem with that. Like, it's certain things I'm not comfortable with people doing, because people don't do it.
Right.
He probably canceled it. Yeah, maybe he did. Maybe he did, but at the end of the day, that is so wrong. That's so wrong.
Yeah, that was childish. Super childish.
Ladies, I'm just gonna say this. I'm not here to judge, and I feel like if you want to live life to the fullest and you want to keep getting fluid out and stuff like that, cool. But make sure you have your own money. We're gonna have to follow up to figure out what happened. You know what did she? He dropped her back off at the airport. Like, I canceled your flight. You figured out. You know that damn flight was sky high coming back. You
buy on the spot same day, yes sir. She got
exactly. She probably stayed in the airport to get a cheaper flight.
That's serious, man.
I'm gonna follow her. You may send me that information. I need to see who that was. I'm gonna follow them because that's deep. That's a lot. Ladies, have your own. I know they talk about how we so independent and we want to, but that's one of them situations where you want to actually have your own, because if you that comfortable and relaxed, let somebody get you fluid out. You better make sure you can get back. I wouldn't have canceled her trip back because I ain't that cold, but I wouldn't have called her no more. Damien, I'm cool with that too, but don't cancel the lady flight and she can't get back home. Yeah, check her off the list. They'll put in the back of the rotation or whatever, y'all do, and put her in the back.
She's gone. Get rid of her.
Or whatever it is, but you don't got to be low down and cancel the lady flight. Now, that was low. He going to catch that back. Karma is a mug. And we're going to talk about karma coming up next, because we're talking about that guy in Dallas that he tried to shoot the lady in the neck, y'all. And guess what happened? The bullet came out of her leg and backfired and shot him and killed him.
Come on now. That's a Final Destination kill right there.
Dr. Real. Look it up. It happened right here it happened in Dallas. It was in Texas. I don't know if it was the Dallas. Wow. It definitely happened here. Y'all, he tried to shoot this lady in her neck. The bullet backfired. It came out of her leg and shot him. Ooh, what's the faces for? I'm serious.
That's
you're trying to. I don't want to laugh, but what was you? You shouldn't be shooting her. I don't know if I feel empathy for him, because you was trying to shoot this lady in the neck, and it came back and shot you, and it killed you. She didn't even die. She's still here.
That is the wildest thing I've heard. Look
it up, guys. If you're right here tuned in right now, I guarantee you it happened right here in Dallas. This guy, or Texas, the guy tried to shoot the lady in the neck. This happened 2 days ago, to be exact. Man who allegedly shot a woman in the neck was killed with the bullet himself that he tried to shoot her with. They found a large amount of blood and a blood trail in the apartment, and it was his. He tried to kill this lady, y'all. So I don't know, but karma comes back in all shapes or forms and fashions. If you're not living the way that you want to be living, don't put nobody else in that situation. Like,
exactly.
Get a bag of oranges and hit yourself with it or something, like that scene from Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Like, hurt yourself. Don't try to hurt me. Do something to yourself, but don't do something to someone and you think that you're going to get away with it. It's not. Karma's going to come back when you don't even expect it to. It's going to happen. So to the guy that, dropped that girl back off at that airport, I hope you had 2 flat tires on your way coming back home.
And I'm not doubting the story. It's just the wildness of it. Just, you go to shoot somebody in the neck, right? And then it comes out through the leg and hits you and kill you. That's like, what are the odds of that?
She probably had a metal plate or something in her leg. She probably had something in her leg.
It's just, oh my God, that's more of an odds than lottery, winning the lottery. It has to be.
Hey, it happened. I'm reading it right here. I'm telling
you. That's amazing.
It happened.
That's amazing. Damn.
R.I.P. He is not here. He is not here.
Instant karma. He didn't even wait.
Dallas. It was Dallas. I thought that it was just saying Texas, but no, it was in Dallas. And the guy was just 26 years old.
He didn't even let him wait for a second. As soon as he did something wrong, he was gone.
He must have been doing a whole lot of wrong. Man, it was his time.
Man, come on.
His time was definitely up. His name was he lived in the Dallas area. I wonder why he was trying to shoot her anyways. You know, they crazy out here in these streets now. I'm not even surprised why he was trying to shoot her, but they, you know, because of this whole gun law thing.
Yeah.
He died. The woman survived. The man died in the hospital, but the woman survived. And she's been released from the hospital, so it didn't even hurt her too tough.
Boy, she don't go put it in the lottery right now.
Right.
She don't go to a casino or something.
Now, they're here in Dallas, but the guy, y'all, he was 26 years old. He was 26 years old. Last name Redmond. His last name was Redmond.
She better bless herself and bless others.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, y'all. So, you know, make sure that if you are thinking of just doing people wrong, just go, you know, just sit back and is it worth it? Is it worth it? It's probably not. It's probably not.
R.I.P. Mr. Redmond. To the young lady, blessings to you. You're alive.
That is so sad.
Well,
yeah, we gotta do better as a people.
Boy, do we.
Well, moving on to our next topic. This is actually for people in the state of Georgia, but y'all already know how we do. We're gonna probably mimic it and start these things somewhere else. Residents of Georgia can now claim embryos as dependents on their state income tax return. Any unborn child with a detectable human heartbeat qualify for a $3,000 state income tax deduction for 2022. By the way, this has already went into effect July 20th of this year. This is information that was released from the Internal Revenue Services. So it kind of make me, and I want to get your thoughts on it too, Dr. Real. I feel like they're passing all these laws anyway, you know, about the actual, because the way they mentioned this, they was like, if there's a human, a heartbeat detected, boom, there you go. They qualify for the deduction, for your state taxes. Mm-hmm. So everything is following in the steps of what's been taking place already this year. So now y'all already got a plan, and it sounds good. So people probably not even reading into all the details of the impact. Is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? They just see that you can get $3,000. You qualify for this, even though the child has not been born. But remember, they talked about this with the child support. They were saying the baby don't have to be, you know, as soon as they establish that she's pregnant, you can start putting the child support paperwork in right now. Mm-hmm. This goes along with it, in my opinion. What's your thoughts?
So my first and only question I would have about this whole thing is, what happens if the baby doesn't go to term? And you got to think about it. And you already filed the taxes. Does that mean that would be tax fraud because you no longer have the fetus anymore, or how's it going to work?
I wouldn't think so, because think about it. They're already saying, like, if you, with this whole new abortion law and things like that, if you become pregnant, they're saying that if that baby does not make it full term, they're doing a full investigation trying to figure out if they're going to charge you with murder.
It's crazy how they try to regulate, you know, a woman's body. It's mind-boggling. Like, the hell, you can't tell nobody what to do. Where y'all at when I'm working 3 jobs and broke as hell trying to raise his kids? Ain't got no money, ain't got no skills. I had it when I was 17. Yeah. Where y'all at then? You know what I'm saying? I can't get food stamps. I made $1 more than what I was supposed to make to get food stamps. $1 more, and I can't get them.
I don't know how many states are doing, but you know, I think they're doing this also because they're trying to, for one, probably see how this works. But then honestly, a lot of states may not even qualify. Every state don't get and again, so hear me when I say this isn't federal taxes. This is state taxes. Yeah. Every state don't get state taxes.
All right.
So it's one of those things where you have to, I think they're trying to see how this is going to work out, but it's already in effect. This started July 20th, they said.
It's Georgia, like you said, they like to piggyback off stuff. So if this goes successful, you're gonna see it pop up in other states that have state tax, like North Carolina, probably South Carolina, probably gonna follow suit. States actually have the a state tax. So yeah, this ain't going nowhere.
Wow. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I try to see, will this stuff work out? I just see control. Everything that I've seen come about lately, it's like a sense of I want to be able to control what they're doing. Like I want to make sure that they do what I say do. It's so different. It never used to be this way.
I mean, but you got to look at how they got that abortion law repealed anyway, because they stacked the deck in the Supreme Court. That's what Donald Trump did. That's his biggest accomplishment for those Republicans who think like him, was to stack the deck in the Supreme Court. That's a lifetime appointment. But they would let Obama do it in his last term, but they let Trump do whatever he wanted to. So they stacked the deck. So they got enough conservative judges to go up there and say, you know what? We think we should tell women what to do with the babies. Even if they're raped at 14, dabbing at them at 10, we don't give a damn. They can't get rid of that baby.
Ooh, we are. Right. Yeah. It's
That's
deep. Right. It's deep. And it's just a lot going on. But I would just encourage y'all, don't get so distracted in everyday life that you are not staying woke on this stuff that's going on. Because I could just see our people being lost and not understanding the change that is taking place, in the first ones in line somewhere acting a fool because you wasn't even made aware of the new policy or the new laws that kicked in. Because we're just gone. We just running around like chickens and living life as if nothing is going on. There's some stuff going on out here. It's a lot going on out here, y'all.
We're just complacent.
Yeah. I seen that they also took a survey, and they were talking to these pilots, and they were talking about the shortage. They did mention the shortage of the pilots, and they were speaking about how many admitted that they fall asleep, as they are flying these planes. Like they are admitting to it because they're overworked and they're trying to hold it down. They have a lot of, they're even saying, because if you all saw, you saw in Dallas, the Dallas Love Fair Airport, the girl that she got in an Uber. She got out the Uber. She went into the restroom. She came out of the restroom. She went to the register at the top, and she started shooting up in the ceiling at the airport. So they were trying to identify who she was, and she said that she was the ex of Chris Brown. And when they asked her for her address, she gave them the address. Now, no, but Chris Brown don't even know who the hell she is, but she went in here and she acted crazy in the airport. So of course they took her to jail. That happened out at Dallas Love Field Airport. But I'm speaking of airports because they're saying they're going to combine now Dallas Love Field Airport with DFW Airport.
Really?
And, yeah, in reference of probably trying to open up more, I guess, flights to expand and go. Just, I guess it's different regulations. I'm assuming Southwest Airlines is probably limited on the places where they can actually go, and they maybe can use those people to help come over in DFW and go somewhere else, because the pilots, they're falling asleep, y'all, flying these planes in the air. And when I saw it, I'm like, damn, like it scared me to even read it, because I'm like, this is real. It's just a lot. We got to just stay woke to the stuff that's going on.
Yeah, got to pay attention.
We have to.
You gotta pay attention, because I hate when people always say, just because like this Beyonce whole fiasco with her album and her and Khalees, don't be distracted by that. How are you distracted by that bullshit? That's just something to look at. You know what I'm saying? That's just something to laugh at. If you let something that simple distract you from the realness that's going on around you, then you deserve to be, whatever happens to you. You deserve to be a victim because you make yourself a victim. Like, come on, man. You gotta keep up with the pace of times. Got to.
Wow. Stay woke, y'all. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep.
Hell no.
one of the other things I want to talk about, and then I'll let Dr. Real get into his quotes that he have for us and everything. I don't know if you guys watch and tune in, but if I have any entrepreneurs that are on here or people that have like clothing lines, whatever it is that you do, our host of the Mamapreneur podcast, she's offering a service. And what she's doing is she will promote and market your things for you. Now, listen, I ain't said this for free. You ain't heard that from me because that's not what I said. But what I did say is she has have a couple of different packages and things that you could choose from. And if you're interested, you can DM me or you can email us at powerteamus5@gmail.com because she is offering to allow you to get your services promoted and make sure that she could step in. And also she has a tribe, the Mamapreneur tribe. She's offering to promote some things there. But again, it is not free. She's charging for these services. I had like 2 people that hit me up earlier, so I've connected them with her because she did announce this on her show. So again, if you didn't hear this, you can make sure that you can notify me. I'll be more than happy to connect you with her, and then you can go ahead and allow her to promote your stuff on the podcast and in her Mamapreneur tribe. So it's a good way to get you connected with a lot of people. It's a good way to, help you get your brand out there as well. It's all about just network. So I just kind of wanted to put that out there because some people were hitting me up, but I know that you guys that watched the show on Wednesday, you may have missed it. So I wanted to make sure I shared that with you all. What quotes do you have for us tonight, Dr.?
All right. I got a short and quick one, and I got a little one and got a little link to it. So bear with me.
Okay.
Once you stop being accessible to everyone, space will be created for the one.
Hello, somebody.
So I don't know what that was meant for, but you need to write that down because that was for you.
Let me take this. Me. Let me write this down.
And lastly, just because you are impoverished doesn't mean your soul or spirit has to be. Just because you become ill doesn't mean your soul has to be sick. When you are starving, be careful who you eat from. When you are lonely, be careful who keeps you company. When you are desperate, be careful who comes to your rescue. And lastly, when you are lost, be careful who finds you.
That's deep, Dr. Real. When you are lost, you know what? Yeah, because you're vulnerable at that point.
Exactly.
You will talk to anybody. You sitting out there right now at the bus stop, a stranger come up and offer you a lollipop. You want it? No.
Lost, be careful who finds you.
You lost. You can't do. You're right.
Because you may never come back from that. The wrong one catch you when you raw. You never come back from that.
Yeah. Yeah. You get lonely. Wow. Oh, that's deep. Also, guys, if you are interested in fantasy football because it is coming up, hit me up. I joined some fantasy leagues, y'all. I like talking noise, but more than I like to win. So it's
what are you in? Let me know where you at.
I'm gonna send you I'll send you the information.
Please, do this.
If y'all are on here, jump on jump in, y'all. I really I like sports. Well, I like football. I like basketball too. But to me, it's something about football that it gets real, and I get deep into it. So, yeah, it's some fantasy football leagues going on, and if you want to be a part of it, let me know, and I'll go ahead and message you the information, and you can sign up now, create your team name, and all that stuff, and you'll be bought in the pool with everybody else. So, good stuff popping.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Also, coming up, we're doing announcements tonight. Seems like we got a whole lot of announcements. But PowerTeam will be hosting a pop-up shop coming soon. So right now, we're trying to kind of figure out what our vendors look like, who's interested in being a vendor, because we want to make sure we have some networking going on in the building. We will continue to talk about it as we get closer and closer to those dates. But if you are that person, or you know of somebody, because I've had a couple of people already hit me up, we're going to have space available, but If I might run out of space. First come, first serve. So if you are interested, I'm creating a list right now so that once I get a clear understanding of who really wants to do this in network, I can know how many vendors I'm looking at, so we can chat and continue to talk about this and discuss it and lock you in. So be on the lookout for updates there. I'll do a couple of lives and I'll talk about it there. Me, I know that's right. Jump in, because PowerTeam, we're gonna have it popping. That's definitely gonna take place. So,
pop up, baby.
So definitely we're looking for some vendors, but we're going to make that happen. We ain't got to go home, y'all. It's getting closer to 9 o'clock, but I do want to say, if this is your first time rocking with us, we have other shows as well. So make sure that you're supporting them and make sure that you're tuning in as well, because they talk about different things than what we talk about. Myself, Dr. Real, we're going to always come to you and give you those hot topics. We're going to always talk about current events. We're going to make you laugh. We're going to have a good time. It's the family reunion when you're here with us. That's just what we do. But we do have other shows where we have the Mamapreneur podcast. She's on every second and fourth Thursday of the month. Myself and Dr. Real, we're here every first and third Wednesday. And we have Buying and Selling with Bree. She's here every third and fourth Monday. She is not here at this moment, but she is coming back soon. She does real estate. That is definitely the show to watch if you're interested in this market when it comes to houses, selling houses, buying houses, being a investor, whatever you may have. So make sure that you lock in with us. Anything else that you wanted to announce tonight, Dr. Real?
Yeah, I just want to everybody know it's Leo season, baby.
Yeah.
It's season. We up in this camp. Your boy gonna be turning the big 50 on Friday. You heard me?
Woohoo!
Man,
Celebrate.
If only y'all knew my story. If you knew my story, you'd be amazed. That Lord bless me, because I ain't made it there yet, but I'm able to be 50 years old.
I know that's right. Yeah, I wanted to bring that up because we won't be here. We're airing tonight, so you guys won't get a chance to wish Dr. Real happy birthday. But of course, I'm going to repost that to give y'all a reminder so you can flood his timeline on his birthday. We had Robin also. They're both Leos. Robin, which is the host of the Mamapreneur podcast, she just had a birthday as well. She bought in Leo season. These Leos, y'all, one thing about them, they gonna let you know it's Leo season if they don't do anything.
Right, baby.
You will not get to say that you did not know that it was Leo season, because they gonna definitely let you know. I think it's so funny because every time, man, them Leos, when they
it's just like living in New Orleans and say you never heard of a hurricane before. That's a whole lie.
Exactly.
We gonna be here, you gonna know it.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
All right, y'all be safe out there. We ain't gotta go home, but we gotta get the hell up out of here. So we will see you all next time. Y'all have a great night. See you all next time. Peace.
Be safe.